Hello?
Hello, is this Wayne White?
Yes, this is Wayne.
Hi, Wayne. This is Dustin Wilmus from KMSU Radio. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. I won't keep you too long, but I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, first, I kind of wanted to just get your sense of, how you started out. I know you've done pretty much everything you can do as an artist. Was that always what you wanted to do growing up, just to be an artist and kind of be in the thick of things?
Yeah, that's all I've ever wanted to be. Ever since I was about 2 or 3, I always drew. I was always the artist in school, and I naturally just felt like a natural thing for me. I took painting in college. I was a painter for a while, but then I dropped out and became a cartoonist and illustrator in New York City, and I did puppet shows on the side just for fun, and then that led to television and eventually Pee-wee's Playhouse, which led to L.A. and working in kids' TV and rock videos and commercials for almost 25 years. And now I'm in yet another world as a fine art painter and sculptor in the art world.
Yeah, looking at your resume, you've definitely done pretty much all there is to do. I got to ask you about your memories working on Pee-wee's Playhouse. That's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Sure.
I mean, was that, I know the design and the set and the whole look of the show, did you have a free reign on that, or was Paul Rubens kind of giving you guidelines, or how did that work?
Well, the head production designer was Gary Panner, and me and another guy named Rick Heitzman were the three designers. And I was sort of pretty much in charge of the puppets. I did some set design also. And Paul, yes, he had the final say on everything. But lucky for us, he's an artist also. He went to art school, and he was a great boss, and he liked all the stuff we liked. So it was really a dream job. My first real job in television, something that turned out, surprisingly well.
Yeah, definitely. I know you voiced a lot of the characters. You also created a lot of them and did the set and basically did a little everything.
Yeah, I didn't create the characters from scratch. I created the way they looked visually. Everything was already invented by the time I came along. I just gave them an image to them. And, yeah, it was Randy, the Dirty Dog, and Mr. Kite. And they all sound alike now. But, yeah, I got to be a performer, too, much to my huge surprise and delight. After I designed the puppets, I got the job puppeteering. So it was really a life changer for me.
Well, early on, did you guys really have any idea that show you were creating would be so, not only groundbreaking, but beloved by so many generations after the fact?
Well, we knew we had a hot ticket with Pee-wee. He was at the height of his fame because of the Big Adventure movie that had come out the year before. So we knew it was going to get some attention, but no, we had no notion that it would last or become as iconic as it has, I guess. You don't think like that when you're doing it. It's just hard work. But yeah, there was excitement because we knew that it was going to get attention.
Well, I got to ask you, Wayne, you mentioned some of the characters you did. Could you pick a favorite one that you had during that run?
Yeah, definitely Randy. Definitely. He was, if I do say so, he was the star of all the puppets. He's the one that everybody seems to like, too. And I love Randy. That's my bad side.
Yeah, I think Randy was probably my favorite character as well. I got to say, I think the Christmas episode was probably the best. I think that was a brilliant show.
Yeah, the Christmas show. That was the season that we didn't do a whole season. We just did that Christmas show. And me and Gary and Rick came out to L.A. and got to design a whole new kind of playhouse with Christmas trees and a fruitcake castle and all this stuff. Plus, I got to work around with all these great stars from the 80s, Dolly Parton and Grace Jones and Oprah and Zsa Zsa Gabor and Cher and Katie Lang. It was wild.
Yeah, it's amazing the kind of work that went into not just that show, but kid shows back then. I know you worked on, Beakman's World and the Weird Al show, but what do you think, I guess, about kid shows nowadays? Do you think we'll ever see, shows like that again?
No, not quite. Not in the same way, just as we'll never see the era of music videos again quite in the same way. Things change, but I think it'll always be around in some form. There's some cool kid shows now, like Gabba Gabba, Yo Gabba Gabba, and stuff like that. I think Pee-wee launched a few ships. But I was definitely in the last wave of heavily produced and funded kid shows with really cool sets. I haven't seen one of those lately.
Well, I know you recently kind of switched more to painting and that side of things. Can you tell the listeners a bit about your work? I know you have I guess you'd call them word paintings.
Yeah, I got into the art world in 2000 with these things I call word paintings. I was finding old thrift store landscape reproductions, and I paint these monumental words into the landscape, and that got me attention enough to become a painter. And a lot of people know me for that. A lot of people know me for the giant puppets that I still make for galleries and museums and installations. I'm pretty much just doing sets and puppets again, but now I get to call it art.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot of people would have that kind of route that you took from being a cartoonist to puppetry and working in kid shows and doing the paintings and all that stuff. That's a pretty unique career that you've had. Yeah,
thanks. It is unique. I don't know anybody quite like me, but I'm so lucky to have lived in all three worlds, and they all have influenced each other, and I think they've all kept each other fresh,
Well, for the listeners out there, do you have a website or maybe somewhere you direct them to pick up some of your work?
Well, my work is sold in galleries, Joshua Liner Gallery in New York City and Western Project Gallery in Los Angeles. If you just want to see my work, it's at WayneWhiteArt.com, and Instagram is Wayne White Art. So, check it out.
Awesome. Yeah, and I know you had a book out recently and a documentary about your career. Do you have any other maybe upcoming projects or anything you're working on you want to let us know about?
Well, I guess I have a big art show opening in September at Joshua Liner Gallery in New York City, and then a dream I've had for at least 4 years now is to do a giant installation museum type funhouse in my hometown of Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is called Wayne-orama. So hopefully that's going to be happening in the next year or so.
Excellent. Again, Wayne, it's been great speaking with you. Thanks so much.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye.